What if I told you that somewhere on Earth, right now, there are mysteries nobody can explain? Not scientists, not historians, not the police, nobody. We live in a world where we can talk to people on the other side of the planet instantly. We can land robots on other worlds. We can use artificial intelligence to solve problems that would have seemed impossible just a few decades ago. And yet, some mysteries remain completely unsolved. Today, we're going to explore some of the strangest mysteries ever discovered. Mysteries that have confused experts for years. And by the end of this video, you'll have one question stuck in your mind. What if we'll never know the answers? Let's begin. Imagine you're walking through a library. Thousands of books surround you. Most can be read by anyone who understands the language. But then you find one book that nobody can read. Not because it's damaged, not because pages are missing, because nobody on Earth understands what it says. This is the Voynich Manuscript, a mysterious book believed to be hundreds of years old. Its pages are filled with strange drawings, unknown plants, odd symbols, bizarre diagrams, and a language that nobody has been able to decode. Experts have spent decades trying. Historians, linguists, codebreakers, even powerful computers. Nothing. Some people think it's written in a forgotten language. Others believe it's an elaborate prank. But nobody knows for sure. Imagine holding a book in your hands and realizing its message has been hidden for centuries. What secrets could it contain? Now let's move from mysterious books to mysterious disappearances. In 2014, a passenger plane carrying 239 people took off from Malaysia. Everything seemed normal. Then it vanished. No emergency call, no clear explanation, no obvious cause. The aircraft simply disappeared from the world's radar systems. Massive search efforts began immediately. Countries spent hundreds of millions of dollars searching oceans and coastlines. Years later, pieces of the aircraft were discovered. But the main wreckage remained missing. Even today, investigators still don't know exactly what happened. Think about that. A giant passenger jet disappeared in the modern age. If something that large can vanish, what else could disappear without a trace? Speaking of disappearances, let's talk about a man who became a legend. In 1971, a passenger boarded a plane in the United States. He called himself D.B. Cooper. During the flight, he informed the crew that he had a bomb. He demanded money and parachutes. His demands were met. Then, somewhere high above the ground, he jumped from the plane carrying a bag full of cash, into darkness, into a storm, and into history. Nobody knows who he really was. Nobody knows whether he survived, and nobody knows where most of the money went. Thousands of suspects have been investigated. The mystery remains unsolved. Imagine successfully escaping one of the largest investigations in history. Could D.B. Cooper have pulled it off? Or did he disappear forever into the wilderness? Now let's travel to a remote island in the Pacific Ocean. An island famous for giant stone heads, some weighing several tons. These statues stand silently across Easter Island. For centuries, they have fascinated visitors. How were they moved? Who built them? Why were so many created? Researchers have proposed various theories. Some believe teams of people used ropes. Others think logs helped transport the statues. But many questions remain unanswered. What makes the mystery fascinating is that these massive monuments were built without modern technology. Imagine trying to move a giant stone statue across rough terrain using only simple tools. It's difficult enough today. Now imagine doing it hundreds of years ago. But perhaps the biggest mystery isn't on Earth at all. It's in space. Look up at the night sky. Every star you see is a sun. Many of those suns have planets. Scientists estimate there are billions of planets in our galaxy alone. Billions? So here's the question. Where is everybody? If intelligent life exists elsewhere in the universe, why haven't we found it? This puzzle is known as the Fermi Paradox. Some scientists think alien civilizations are incredibly rare. Others believe they're simply too far away. Maybe they existed millions of years ago. Maybe they're watching us right now. Or maybe we're completely alone. Nobody knows, and that's exactly why the question is so fascinating. Now let's talk about one of the most famous criminal mysteries ever, the Zodiac Killer. During the late 1960s, a mysterious killer terrorized California. Unlike most criminals, he seemed to enjoy the attention. He sent letters to newspapers. He included coded messages. He challenged investigators to catch him. The public became obsessed. Some of the codes were eventually solved, but the killer himself was never definitively identified. Decades later, people are still debating who he was. Imagine receiving messages from a criminal who knows nobody can stop him. It's terrifying and strangely fascinating at the same time. But mysteries aren't always dark. Sometimes they're simply strange. For example, have you ever heard of the Taos hum? For years, some residents of Taos, New Mexico, reported hearing a low humming sound. Not everyone could hear it, only certain people. Investigators searched for possible causes, factories, power lines, natural phenomena. Nothing fully explained the reports. To this day, some people claim they can still hear the mysterious sound. Was it real? A psychological effect? Something else entirely? Nobody knows. And that's the pattern you'll notice with every mystery we've discussed. Each one starts with a question. A missing plane, a strange book, a vanished criminal, a mysterious sound, a silent universe. And despite years of investigation, the answers remain out of reach. But maybe that's not a bad thing, because mysteries inspire curiosity. They push people to investigate, to explore, to learn. Every major discovery in history began with someone asking a question. What causes lightning? What's beyond the ocean? Can humans fly? Could life exist on other worlds? At one point, all of those questions were mysteries too. So maybe some of today's unsolved mysteries won't stay unsolved forever. Maybe someone watching this video will help solve one someday. Or maybe some mysteries will remain unanswered forever. And honestly, that's what makes them so interesting. Because no matter how advanced humanity becomes, there will always be things we don't understand. And somewhere out there, right now, another mystery is waiting to be discovered.